Hello and welcome, everyone. Just so glad you're all here. And Carol, so glad to see you. Uh, so
Hi.
this, Hi, this is an incredible time that we're having right about now. We have not only a Pisces full moon with the Virgo sun, but we just also happen to have a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. So the eclipse energy adds a whole new flavor of sometimes a little chaos, but chaos isn't necessarily bad. In the stuff that I teach, chaos is actually primordial space trying to rearrange reality. So it's happening on the inside of us too, and that's why it feels so potent at this time. So we're going to have lots of uh, seeking today about answers for our own inner Pisces. Oop, there I was. I knew I hit it twice. If you don't know me, my name is Judy Keating, and I am blessed to run a company called Wise Transformation. And um, just welcome, whether you're here live or on the recording. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here and or that you pay attention to these important timings and do a little bit of self-inquiry around how these elemental forces and how the full moon and the sun can help you become a better creator or creatrix, as the case may be. So today I'm going to call in sacred space. I'm going to talk to you about an incredible upcoming event. I am so excited. Like when I put it together, I was excited. But the more I talk to the presenters who are going to be presenting, who is not me, I'm so grateful. The more excited I become because every time I talk to them and hear about what they're going to bring, I'm just like, what? Can we start tomorrow? And then we're going to dive into the timing and talk about, what it is to be in the Virgo sun and the Pisces moon and a lunar eclipse all at the same time. And we're going to get ceremonial guidance from our dear mentor, Lisa Michaels, who created an incredible card deck that we're going to use for guidance. So, not everybody has a deck, but if you have a deck of cards, I invite you to pull your own as we go through. If you don't, it's okay. I'm going to show you the cards. But first and foremost, just look at those faces. I'm very, very excited to have Alex Barrios. He is a dear, dear friend of many of ours, and we've been through some traveling together. And he just has put together an incredible program. So, Alex, Kaylin, and Swati are going to make up day one of our event. Kathy, Emily, and Carol, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Kathy, Emily, and Melody are going to make up day two of our event. And Sunday we'll finish very strong with a dear, dear friend of Victoria and I, Karima, who is going to be working with us from Norway. And we're going to have a beautiful presentation by Carol. And we're going to finish strong with Barbara, who's going to talk about wealth. So I just, for $29, please invite your friends. Send them to wisetransformation.com. Realize that if you can't be there for all 3 days, that it's all recorded, so you can do it at your own pace. And the community that is gathering, the people that are registering, and the presenters are they're just beautiful souls. And it's going to be a time where we really ignite our own inner fire of going forward. We're still in the year of the fire horse, remember? So this is going to give your soul a jump start, is what I would say. There's going to be some truth telling about where we are and how we got here and where we're going to go from here that is going to, I think, be very powerful. So please give it a look at wisetransformation.com. There's more details. If you go to our YouTube channel, Wise Transformation LLC, you'll get interviews with each of these beautiful people that you can see if it feels right to you. But if it feels right to you, don't do it alone. Grab a friend. $29 gets you lifetime access. Okay? Beautiful. So now we're going to open to the living field of creation. And of course, with all this Pisces energy and a lunar eclipse, there's a lot of watery energy. So I'm going to start with water today. Mm-hmm. And I want to remind us that the power of water is the power of love. But it's also the power to dream, the power to have a vision from the heart, from our emotional self, because it's all about our dreamy, watery unconscious. And then we have Earth. You know, we're in the Virgo sun, and for North America anyway, it's a time of going back to school. It's a time of getting all your supplies in order, like being ordered and organized and ready to learn. So we just call on that energy with Earth, that structure and form. And then we take a deep breath and we call in the winds of change that are happening at this time. And we just ask that we be able to allow fresh air into our world, both inner and outer, that what is no longer needed gets swept away in breezes of ease. And then we ask for the fire element, the illumination, the spark of you, the life force that you have to come forward. And spirit, your personal divinity, each person, whether you're here live or listening to the recording, and the beautiful ability for us to co-create with spirit. You know, we're being beckoned by the waves right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So when you have a full moon and a sun in opposite archetypes, it means that the sun and the moon are in opposite archetypes, and they're opposite on a wheel of astrology. So Virgo and Pisces are opposite one another on the wheel. And in some ways, they're not that different because if you think about it, Pisces is the priest or priest within. And sorry, Virgo is the priest or priestess within, I meant to say. And that's the sun. That's going to be, that energy is going to be with us until it changes signs. But right now, we're in the window of this very powerful Pisces full moon. And Pisces is about being the bodhisattva, the compassionate one, the one that holds the door for other people's evolvement as a servant. You know, think the Dalai Lama, think Mother Teresa. Those people led their lives in service to the divine and to the divine spark in each person. So just a bit more information. Virgo is in the 6th gate of awareness. It's in the 6th house. Normally, that's where it comes from. And it teaches the significance of dedicated work. We really need sometimes to do something step by step, and it takes time. If we're trying to grow something, and we have to be able to plant it and water it and prune it and let sunlight have it and water it when it needs it and maybe give it a little more soil if it needs that, but it takes time. It takes dedication. Virgo understands patterns, rhythms, and cycles. They can understand how things work in terms of organic timing. And they honor those cycles, they honor those patterns. They can access the priestess within to honor the sacred in the natural world through ceremony and ritual. Virgo is very ordered and it likes things ordered. I have a dear friend that is very much a Virgo, and to tease her, we would sometimes put something askew and we would look at our watches to see how long it would take her to fix it because it would bug her. But that was just us teasing her, and she knew we were just teasing. But Virgo is very practical. It's very organized and dependable and productive and hardworking. It's like the worker bee. It has a tremendous capacity for handling all of the details of the earthly realm. They just can pay attention to all of that. And they like keeping it ordered and organized. And they love doing their sacred work by bringing service to the world around them, meaning their community. So if you feel into that, that's the sun energy that we have access to now. And that's the constant fuel that we can access. So if you're feeling like you need some order and organization, or you want to move something forward in a very organized way, just ask Virgo to help you because she's available. She's always available on the inner, but right now the sun is transmitting all of that energy to us in the solar realm. In the lunar realm, it's all about Pisces, and that's about the power and presence, importance of a compassionate heart. It truly feels the grief and suffering of humanity and responds with a loving, caring heart that heals. It's deeply spiritual, intuitive, and psychic. It serves the world by dreaming the visions of a peaceful planet and selfishly helping others to create a better life. It completely merges with humanity and the divine. And having a human experience, that can sometimes be a problem, that total merging, because you don't keep any energy for yourself when you overgive and over sacrifice, which Pisces can do. So there'll be some questions about maintaining that balance of not over sacrificing yourself too much today. But we just have access through Pisces also with this lunar eclipse. And the reason that it feels, I mean, I was chatting with some of the ladies before we started, and the energy just feels so big. And part of that reason is because we're having a Pisces lunar eclipse, and it's the collective soul cleansing, magnifying both the longing for a mystical union and the temptation to dissolve into illusion. The invitation is to allow the shadows to be washed away so that the true gifts of Pisces, compassion, intuition, creativity, and spiritual service, can shine with clarity. So you don't want to get taken under the tide so that you are stuck in a cycle of not serving yourself spiritually. But you can surrender it, those things, the things that you really need help with, you can surrender it to the water of Pisces, and the compassion of that will take it from you if you are willing to let it go in this full moon. So now we're just going to do a little bit of probing with this energy, but compassion for self is primarily what I want you to take away today. The most compassionate, healing peace. Just imagine sitting with Mother Teresa. She was so grounded in everyday life. And that's the blessing of this, to have the Virgo and the Pisces, to be grounded and allow the water to move. So we always start with our earth cards. and that's perfect when we have Virgo here. So, if you're new and you haven't done this with me before, these are the cards in the Oracle deck that Lisa Michaels created, the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. I want to give full credit to her. If you like these cards and would like to buy them for yourselves, please go to lisa-michaels.com. But I invite you to look at the words on the cards and just, um, I skipped a step, y'all. Um, we need to pick what we want to focus on. And Ina, if you would be so kind as to put your email for me in the chat, I'll send you these graphics so you don't even have to bother with your phone. How about that, sister friend?
Love it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I did not even put a slide in here. This is how I'm in the water right now. Can't couldn't get myself out. We need to pick something to focus on. So right now in your life, I want you to just imagine there's something that you want guidance on. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be, what are you going to do tomorrow? It could be something about where you want to live. It could be a project you're working on. There's no, you can't do it wrong, but I'm going to just give us a little music and ask you, I apologize, ask you to just take a minute and decide what you want guidance on. This music should come up in just a second. There we go. And it's the wave, so it's perfect. Just take a note. What is it you want guidance on today? Oops, I apologize. Switch the screen. Didn't mean to. Go. And once you have it, once you got something that you know you want to work on, you can either give me a thumbs up or you can put something in the chat, just so I know when people are done. Thank you, Denise. And I can tell by Victoria's face she's got it. Cool. All right. Sorry about that. With that in mind, let me turn off the music. With that in mind, oh, Carol and her bouquet. Oh, all right. Ina already knows the priestess within is here to help her, but um, whatever you want to work on, ask the earth cards which one wants to come along and help you. And sometimes we share what cards we get. I picked power to stand on your own and gratitude today. Those are the ones that jumped out at me. And Ina shared the priestess within. Denise has got body wisdom going on. That's cool. Beautiful. So the earth realm is all about the physical. It's about the tangible, meaning that it's about our physical bodies. We're earth. We're actually all the elements, but if we didn't have the structure of our body, we couldn't hold the other elements that are in there, like our lungs that breathe the air and our blood that has water in it and our um, having our mind and our emotions. So earth is all about structure and form. It's about, oh, beautiful foundations. Loving these cards. Uh, Mab, can you see the cards? They're cards on the screen.
No.
Okay. Can everybody else see them? I'm just curious. Okay. Um, Let me see if I can help in some way. I'm going to stop share, ladies, and then reshare. Just see if that'll make a difference because I like to.
And you have to make sure that you're on speaker view.
If you're on a phone.
Oh, well, I think even on my iPad, yeah. If I
Yeah.
do group view, I don't see the screen.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Beautiful. All right. So these questions that I come up with are just I ask the elements what would be what would be an appropriate or what would be a helpful question, and then um, I allow them to speak to me, and I just transcribe what they say. So if this next question that I ask doesn't feel like it's right for you, please know you're not doing it wrong. What I'm going to ask you to do is to look at the question. I'll read the question. If it feels like it's the right road for you to go down it. If it doesn't, then say, Earth, I need a different inquiry or I need new information. And the Earth will talk to you.
Hmm.
So just because I put out a question doesn't mean it's the be all end all, because I'm not all that in a bag of chips. I am I love doing this in circle where everyone is equal and your voice matters just as much as mine. And sometimes it matters more when you have wisdom to share. So just know I'm going to put a question out there. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, do something else.
Okay.
So my question that I came up with was, what compassionate routine is your body thirsting for? What compassionate routine is your body thirsting for? If that's relevant to what you're working on, which I think it could be because it's about being human, but if not, just be with Earth for a minute. I'm going to play some music and just journal whatever you get. Okay. Got a couple people finished. Um, so if you're listening to the recording, just know you have the power of the pause. If we're going too fast for you and you're on the recording, you can hit pause. All right. So the next set of cards, which hopefully everybody will be able to see, is going to be the water cards. And I can read them if people need me to do that. I'm very happy to. Okay. Just checking the chat real quick. And here come the water cards. Clear, clean, and current. Deep dive. Ebb and flow. Emotional awareness. Emotional maturity. Emotional support and safety. Feeling guidance. Float. Holding space. Inner child. Nourishment. Pace. Play. Power of love. Regeneration. Relationship to others. Relationship to self. And surrender. So you can look, if you can see the cards, you can pick the one that's calling to you. If any of those words jumped out, that probably means that one is for you. And this is in relation to whatever it is you want guidance on. You might need some clarity around what's your next step, or you might need to know which direction to move, for example. And sometimes I pick a card and go, oh, dang it. So today it was dive deep, and I'm like, ah, dang it. Okay, everybody got a card? If you do, just let me know. But just you can give me a thumbs up if you picked one, or you can let me know what it is. You don't have to, but you can. All right, what do we have? We have relationship to others and ebb and flow. And Mab has a heart, so that means she got hers. I'm going to assume. Beautiful. Power of love could be. I'm interpreting here. I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So now, oh, emotional support and safety. Beautiful. Good cards, y'all. Well, Carol's just doing what we call as a mashup, emotional support and safety. She's got it going on there. Thank you, Carol. Okay. I really appreciate you all participating. It's really fun to see the different things that people get. So again, water is all about our emotions and our unconscious. So it's both. It's not, it's our feelings, but it's also um oh, nourishment is a close second. I like it. Beautiful, Ina. All right. So with with these very watery emotional energies, I was like, what do we need? And I thought, if I can solve this equation right here, I think we might have ourselves a ball game. What is needed to have a compassionate heart and healthy boundaries at the same time? What is needed to have a compassionate heart and healthy boundaries at the same time? And this is in your situation, your life.
Mm. Carol Tracy, I see you.
Same here.
So there's no rush, but when you're complete, just let me know. You can type in the chat or you can give me a thumbs up if you're on screen that I can see. But there's no rush here. This is a big question. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Denise and Mab, for your love. Thank you. Okay. It's going to give it another 30 seconds for the rest of our participants. Oh, I love these answers, honey. I'm so glad you're here. A strong sense of devotion to myself first as a mother of 6 speaking. Wow. Welcome, proud mama. Beautiful. Okay, it looks like everybody is doing good. I'll turn off the music. Okay, so the cool thing is we started with earth and water, which is the prevailing elemental forces right now. But we need to add in the other elemental forces because we won't have a unified field without it. We won't be complete. Denise shares clarity, love of self, clear, clean emotions, clear communication. Beautiful. All of those things would be an answer to this question for sure. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the air realm. The air realm is our mental realm, so it's all about our thoughts and our mindset and the way that we imagine things to be. But with Pisces being so prevalent, it really is about going to the place of dreaming, what I call dreaming and scheming, really holding a future that is very powerful for yourself and for others. Oh, yeah, Victoria. Yep. I'm just going to drop Victoria's wisdom here before I move on to the air cards. Let them have their journey. You can't fix them. Beautiful, Victoria. So true. and so freeing at the same time. Ah, permission granted and accepted, Carol says. See, this is what I mean. You all are just wise, wise ones. And it's just so great to be with you all. All right, so we're going to move into the air realm. And that's, air is so big, it's sometimes hard to wrap our mind around it. But let the cards show you what kind of imagination or vision or dream or thoughts that you need to have. What kind of support do you need? And I don't mind reading these again if you can't see the cards. Belief system, breath, communication, ethereal allies, energetic cords, focus, freedom, mass consciousness, meditation and prayer, peace, perspective, power of intention, soaring, thoughts, vibration, vibrational attunement modalities, visionary and whole brain integration. So I got a couple that jumped out at me. Ethereal allies, Denise says, is her shotgun rider in this 2-week period. Meditation and prayer and vibration came through for me. Just want to make sure you've had a chance to pull a card or two. Belief system peace is Victoria's duo of air today. That's a great combo. Einig also got ethereal allies, so I think there's a lot of ethereal allies in the house, as it were. They're trying to get our attention in this very cosmic window. Beautiful, ladies. Beautiful. So the mental realm, how we hold everything in our mind's eye. So it just really feels like a time of reset to me. So the question that came to me is, how can you create space to receive new dreams, both sleeping and waking? This is a window. The next 4 nights is a really powerful window to really pay attention to your sleeping dreams. I got a new job and I was wearing this pink suit in my dream, and the pink suit didn't fit right. And the ladies were like, that suit really shouldn't fit you that way. Thought that was very interesting. I was wearing a shade of pink that Denise would like. But it just didn't fit me. So that was interesting. So pay attention to your dreams. Oh, that's an interesting tip. Alternative nostril breathing. Oh, Margot says drink the water. She means something very specific there, and if you're interested, you can let me know or let Margot know. Mab is Margot, by the way. She goes by both. But yeah, let me know. Oh, pink is love, not fit. If the job is the job too restrictive for you. I don't know. Maybe in my dream it was going to be. The ladies seemed very nice, though. They were very kind about my suit not fitting. I think there is a little bit of pedaling backwards for several reasons, and I think that was part of what it was trying to show me is pedaling backwards doesn't work always. But let me put some music on so you all can focus on your own dreams, waking and sleeping. Oh, that's beautiful. Ina shares, as a child, I realized that I could breathe underwater in my dreams. You're going to want to talk to Victoria. Victoria is a fellow mermaid, Ina. If only, she says, if only. Okay. Ah, beautiful. So Denise says, complete, great question. Allow new information and tech into my mindset that will create space for me. So that's just what she got, and that's beautiful. And I understand, Ina, about wanting to know more about the water, and I'll be more than happy. And now that I've got your email to send you the cards, I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that, maybe with Margot, Mab, too. I think it's time to dream a new dream. That's the reason that question came up. And it could be that, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anna. Yeah. It's time to hold a new vision. And I say dreams both sleeping and waking because I have been daydreaming a lot, staring off into space, going to other places, but it's Pisces. That's what it does. It just takes you to a different place. Hmm. Anybody need more time? Zoom user, I'm so glad that you're here. I appreciate your being here, and I can feel your energy. Thank you. Oh, Denise, again, you have to consult with Victoria. She's another fellow Pisces, but with Pisces rising and Venus in Pisces, daydreaming is every day. Yeah, I think it's an important part of our being that we sometimes try to shame, and daydreams are so important. Yep. 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 Okay, so now we're going to turn towards fire. And fire is about the power of action. So it's about movement. It's about intensity and warmth and heat. But it's really the life force one. It's energy. Oh, making space for my dreams without my cats in bed at night. I love it. Oh, thank you so much for putting the comment in, Zoom user. I would love to know your name, but that's okay. Um, I'll just call you Zuzu. Barbara, oh, good you're here. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, Barbara, very much. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the fire cards. See, don't these look more intense? Altered states, dynamic, energized, growth, illumination, letting go, life force, move, passion, power of action, radiant self, sensuality, sexual energy, shaman's way, spark, transformation, warmth, and will. Shop for fire and see what part of the fire wants to be with you as you create in the next 2 weeks in this full moon window. Okay, hopefully. Hi, Kim. Welcome. We're looking at fire cards. I don't know how long we've been here. I scroll down, but
You got from my particular chart,
there you go.
filling that out, and that's really where we start. We're getting all that information from you,
Okay,
and then
I'm gonna mute for just a second.
because then the individualized approach happens.
There we go. Let's make it quiet for everybody. Okay. Okay. All right. You don't have to put what you got, but somebody did, I think. Let's see. Dynamic, Denise shares. Yeah, it feels like a dynamic time, doesn't it? All right, so hopefully you've got your fire card, and we're going to ask the fire question. What do you need to illuminate to open your visionary imagination? Like, what would make your imagination soar? Would be another one. Oh, dynamic. I said that already. I just thought I saw another comment. Okay, so what do you need to make your imagination really catch fire, if I were to use those words, and not in a bad way, but in the way that really you are your own best inspiration. Hi. And just give me a sign that you're finished when you're done. You can go and done. Okay, good. We got a couple people who are complete. And Kim, no problem at all. Power of action is in the house. Yes. Okay. And radiant self. Oh, and Carol and her beautiful graphics. Okay, everybody ready to take a turn with spirit? Kim, I'm just glad you're here. No worries about it at all. Okay, so now we're going to look at the spirit cards. Passion and my radiant self. Yeah, those are powerhouses right there. That's what Ina had. She wanted to share. All right, so spirit, just so you can active and receptive, as above, so below, as within, so without, co-creation, compassion, creativity, desire, divine feminine, divine masculine, essence expression, grace and trust, life purpose, personal divinity, personal responsibility, power of choice, sacred union, upliftment, and unified field. What of any of those? Wow. Look out, ladies. Carol's going full steam ahead. I love that. Denise is picking up personal responsibility. Beautiful. As above, so below, Kim shares. Beautiful. I think I ordered 3 copies of Grace and Trust right about now. Another personal responsibility. Interesting. Sometimes we have a theme that bubbles to the surface, like we did with ethereal allies. Yep. And personal responsibility is really a key for Pisces because we try to take on everybody else's stuff. Essence expression. Beautiful, Ina. There we go. All right. You ready for the last question? And again, ask Spirit what you need to know. But if this question helps, go for it. This is a long one. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to make it any shorter. What support do you need from Spirit to let your unconscious emotional river flow with sacred riverbanks to create what is pulling you? I couldn't figure out a way to make that more succinct. What support do you need from spirit so that your emotional unconscious river flows with the support of sacred riverbanks? What is pulling you? Sometimes what is pulling us, we go, no, we don't want that. But sometimes if we go with it, there's stuff beyond what we can see. So spirit's like, okay, what do you need? We're going for a ride. And you can ask spirit what you need to know if that doesn't help you, that question.
Prochaine gare, Saint-Gros. Comment c'est? Laissez-moi passer. Laissez-moi passer. C'est comme le gars.
Apologize. I'm going to try to mute it as soon as I can. I'm going to ask that you just continue working with this question and then you can move on to putting it all together. I'll let the music play for a bit. Okay, everybody feel complete? Excuse me, I'm sorry I couldn't mute myself in time. Beg your pardon. How's everybody doing? Good? Any final messages anyone wants to share before I announce when our next call will be? And no is an acceptable answer. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. You're welcome. You're welcome. So next time we're going to get together is going to be for a new moon in Virgo. So that means that right now we're in this very watery kind of time where things seem very flowy. We're going to get into Virgo next time, which means it's going to be very structured. It's about building. What are we building next time? And that's going to be Wednesday, September 9th at 4:30 p.m. Wednesday, September 9th at 4:30. So 2 weeks from today. Ina, if you wouldn't mind staying on for just a minute after everybody else jumps off, that would be helpful. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. So great to be with you all. And make note of, that is Eastern, sorry. Eastern time. Aw, thank you. Denise says I'm a cosmic DJ. Denise, you will have a chance to meet Victoria when we come to Anaheim as well. But bye for now.
Thank you, Judy. It was great. Thank you, everyone. Have a great
All right.
2 weeks.
Look forward to meeting you, Denise.
Likewise. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kim. Bye, everybody. Ina, stay on, right? Okay. I'm going to stop the recording.